I've been living in Norway for almost 6 months now, and there are still expressions that make zero sense to me in English. So here are 5 of the weirdest ones I've heard. Alright, so expression number 1 is koselig. Now, I've heard this word so many times since being in Norway, and basically every Norwegian uses it. It kind of means cozy, but also warm vibes, blankets, candles, community, quiet happiness, and good energy. And I remember the first time someone told me that, they said, "This room needs more kos." I just went and turned on the light, but that did not pass, and I learned from now on that it means many different things than just one thing like in America. And now that it's starting to become winter, I'm definitely going to be using this word a lot more as it gets colder and colder, and we do have to get koselig now because we don't want to be outside in the freezing cold. So that is a really cool word that I'm going to be using so much more in my vocabulary, especially again now as it gets towards winter. So that's the first one, and it gets even weirder with the next one. Alright, so expression number 2 is dugnad. Now this is where an entire neighborhood of one street will come together and they'll clean the common area. So they'll rake the streets, they'll broom, they'll sweep, they'll make it look presentable and clean it up so it looks good, right? And now if you were to do this in America, that would probably result in somebody either calling the police for trespassing or maybe calling their lawyer, which is even worse because I've never heard about this. People cleaning their street to make it look nice. That is just crazy. Like, people in America would demand money for that, or anywhere else in the world, I think people would demand money. And the first time I heard this, I thought it was a holiday where I have to bring like drinks or snacks. I didn't really understand it, but honestly, after I did, it became very wholesome, and I was like, wow, this is actually really smart and really cool that people do this. I think more neighborhoods should do this. All right, guys, so expression number 3 is pålegg. This one blew my mind. Pålegg is one single Norwegian word that means anything you can put on top of bread. Cheese, pålegg. Ham, pålegg. And in English, we do not have one single word for this category, but Norwegians actually eat open-faced sandwiches all the time, at home, at work, at school, and they needed one word that efficiently described all the toppings that you would put on the bread. And it totally makes sense, right? I mean, it's so much easier than saying you're going to put all these different fillings and toppings on your bread when you can just say one word that encompasses all of that. So I really think this is a very efficient and smart word that Norwegians came up with, and I use it all the time now. Instead of saying, I'm going to put this and this on my bread, I just say, oh, I'm going to put pålegg. And now everyone understands me, like, okay, I know what this guy is talking about, and I don't sound crazy. So I think this is a very cool word that I honestly use almost every day now in my daily life that has been very helpful and really cool for me to learn. All right, so the fourth expression is glad i deg, and this literally translates to happy in you. It's basically like saying, I care about you, or I'm fond of you, but with a lot more emotional warmth. Now, the reason why this word is so genius is because in English, you have I like you, which is a little too weak, and then I love you, which can be emotionally heavy. So this word sits right in between those two, and it is literally perfect for expressing your emotions. Now, Norwegians use this for close family members, kids, people they deeply care about, or even relationships that are just starting. And it is not thrown around lightly. Now in America, we say I love you to pretty much everything, right? I love you to a coffee store, I love you to our dog, I love you to your favorite restaurant, basically everything. So we basically throw around that word like it's confetti. Guys, and I really do love that Norwegians have this emotional vocabulary that we don't have in English. It's honestly amazing, and I really do appreciate this. And also, this word is not tossed around lightly, so it is only reserved for very exclusive people in your life. It's not just used for any person or anything. It's used for the immediate members of your family, or as I said, very close friends, children, things like that. It is not thrown on lightly. So I want to say that this is a very interesting word, and let's get on to the final one that is probably the most interesting. And finally, expression number 5, utepils. Now this basically translates to a beer outside. And it's not just drinking outside, it's a full-on cultural event. It's basically celebrating the long, cold winter. Everyone gets out together, don't care about the temperature. They gather together and they have a nice drink. It's like a people respawn. There's like thousands of people enjoying themselves in the sun, and it's amazing to see. I really hope to experience this because this sounds so cool. Like, who wouldn't want to do that, right? And in the US, we don't really have this. People don't really celebrate stuff, especially not seeing the sun. And this word is basically like a symbol of surviving the brutal cold winter, as they say. And when I first heard this word, I thought it was just a holiday, but no, it turns out to just be a nice cultural event, which is really cool how many events there are in Norway and how people celebrate the beautiful things that are so simple. And Norwegians, let me know in the comments below what temperature is acceptable to have utepils. Alright, so I think I understand all these words, but pronouncing them correctly is a whole different story. So Norwegians, let me know down below in the comments if I'm pronouncing these correctly. I really would like to know. Alright, so we have glidei, we have dugnad, we have pålegg, we have koselig, and we have utepils. So let me know down below in the comments what words you'd like for me to learn next. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts and interested on what you'd like to hear me try to pronounce next. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Alright guys, and before I go, let me know down below if you want to see a part 2 by writing a comment, and I'll definitely be open to making a part 2 because I really had fun learning some of these expressions and incorporating them into my daily life. I hope you guys have the best weekend ever. Thank you so much for watching. Norwegian is an awesome language. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hada.